Well, a very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Data Sim live stream today. It's the 16th of March, 2025, 4 minutes past 3 in the afternoon here in the United Kingdom. Back in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, right, as we take out for our second flight in the Just Flight Fokker F28 V2. This was released a few days ago. I was hoping to fly this a little bit sooner, but I had some changes to plans. But talking about changes to plans, I had one today. I was meant to be flying this morning, but crew control contacted yesterday, swapped me over to a sim session, so I did an early sim session this morning, which meant I was home a lot earlier, got to watch the Formula 1 race on replay. What a race it was, and it gave me the opportunity to stream the Fokker F28 today. So we're here live in the Netherlands. We're in Rotterdam. We'll be flying to Leipzig, flight time of 1 hour and 5 minutes, where there's a busy VATSIM event going on between Penza and Leipzig, and I wanted to take this aircraft live on VATSIM anyway and see how we get on. So yes, it's great to have this aircraft released as well. Don't forget, this aircraft is available for the first 28 days after release with 28% off for the Fokker F28, so go check it out if you are interested. Who we got here in chat? Sorry about the background noise as well. There's no traffic here, but there's lots of default background noises, I think, in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. Adam says, what a race it was indeed. No spoilers, but I'm looking forward to watching the show. What a race he was, has become this year. Absolutely, Adam, we won't mention anything here in Formula 1 today then, just so as no spoilers. Why is it so loud here? It's like not even traffic. I think it's because someone's over there with their engines running on VATSIM, but yes, it's incredibly loud. I hope you're doing well. Arthur, welcome aboard as a member. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for your support. Thank you very much for joining. Hope you enjoy the members, certainly Discord and the custom emergency chat as well. That's what's making all that noise here as well. Bill, hope you're doing well. He said, did the Tenerife yesterday with 10 knot wind on to 07. That was pretty sporty. Always is in Tenerife if the winds are greater than 10 knots in any direction because of the localised turbulence and wind shear you get. I hope you had a safe flight, buddy. Flyjet had a real 738 flight this morning. Fantastic. Hope you had a good flight. Wonder where you went. Luke Zupan, Simbear's here as well. Ruben Schwartz, Steph. Hope you're doing well, guys. Jacob Bush said, will he remember to unmute today? Well, it sounds like you guys are not saying, don't forget to unmute. So I remembered today. Hope you're doing well. Will the F100 be available 100% cheaper for the first 100 days? Brilliant, Domino Mosina. I somewhat doubt it, but if they continue with that trend, you might never know. Where's he going? He's going off-roading in his 737 or Embraer, I don't know. Anyway, this is the reason I flew from Rotterdam. It's available for free, I think, as part of one of the SimWorld updates in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. There's a few stutters in the sim there. And I've got the same settings we had set up from last stream. I've not done any test sector, so goodness knows how we'll get on today, but we're in the Fokker 4000 variant, Fokker F28 4000 variant. It's the longest version they ever did with KLM City Hopper, so our call sign is KLM. I did see that there could potentially be the call sign City for this aircraft, but I went with KLM because it's a little bit more recognised. But yes, this aircraft is now defunct, doesn't fly anywhere in Europe apart from Argentina. RS 2020 just finished 9th flight from Melbourne to Shanghai with F1 cargo. You're busy then, excellent. MX Spotter, which GPU do you use? I've got an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080, as Nightbot has just advised. There we are in chat. Anyway, yes, let's jump on into the cockpit. As I said, no test sector has been completed. Goodness knows how we'll get on. As I said, it's a very busy VATSIM event as well into Leipzig, but with the UNSFMC, I should be able to at least laterally fly the correct routing, and we'll have to see how we get on regarding restrictions. Oh, no test sector completed. What could possibly go wrong? Luke Zupan, thank you very much. 21 months as a member. He sent a blue heart. Thank you very much, Luke. Hope you're doing well, and love you too. Thank you indeed. Brilliant. Right, so I have, since last stream, found this excellent checklist on the F28. So let me just see if I can share my screen here. How do I share PDFs? I think it's that button there. There we are. So here we go. We've got the thrust index tables later, but I found this by JD. I've used a number of his checklists in the past, and it just simplifies the setup process for me. I might struggle to find certain switches and positions, but I have no experience flying this aircraft much at all, so bear with me whilst we get the aircraft set up. Simbear, no test sector. We are all screwed. You are very screwed. See how we get on today. Right, let's turn down this jaunty music and get the aircraft all set up. Full load of passengers, 85 we can fit on the 4000 variant of the Fokker F28. So it says flight deck safety inspection on my checklist. Check the gust lock is locked. It's in the up position. Throttles are at idle. I just plugged all this in, but yeah, all seems to be working well. Lift dump levers in the retracted position. Speed brake levers retracted as well. Flaps are up, which match the indicated position here as well. Fuel valve levers are in the shut aft position. Weather radar's off. Electric hydraulic pumps are guarded. Parking brake is set. Landing gear lever down. Wipers are both off. Engine start master switches are in the off position, which is up here, and the cockpit seats would adjust. Now let's establish some power. So we'll get the battery on. There we are, and some external power connected. I'll turn up the sound in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 now. There we are. So we have some power onto the aircraft, and we can now start the boarding process via GSX. So this should be fully synced. Import sim brief OFP. There we are. It looks like it's loaded the fuel as well, so it's now waiting for GSX. So let's get that fired up now. So GSX request boarding. Ah yes, I remembered. Just Flight's crazy boarding music. Oh, so many stutters. Let's turn this off. And then the boarding should commence. Here we are. The bags are being loaded. Full GSX integration, of course, with this aircraft. And the passengers, no doubt, off this stand would probably come in via bus. No GSX tug. We're going to taxi off stand today. No pushback required. There we are, Aviomare. I'm curious if you want to answer such a thing. How do you get familiar with a new plane? Do you go by checklists and manuals? Do you watch some videos prior to getting hands-on? I just install it, look for a checklist, follow the manuals, go from that. I don't really watch anyone. And just sort of wing it. See what I did there? Yes, that's how I sort of do it, as most of you would do, but there's a lot of excellent videos. For example, Just Flight have a lot of good videos on their aircraft when they upload or release a new one. So, yes, I have looked at some of Just Flight's videos, for example, but yeah, just go off that. Right, external power's connected, so APU fire test perform. I don't think I did that last sector. Is that down here? I don't even know where that switch is. It's a bit blurry, these. It takes sometimes a while for these to load in, but we'll do the engine fire tests. There we are, APU fire extinguisher test is here. And we'll reset the system. Bell. That's all completed. Jimmy, welcome aboard as a member. Hope you're doing well. Glad you joined the content. You get invited to our members only Discord and enjoy the customization chat. Welcome, Andy. H1302. Hope you're doing well too. Thank you very much for popping in. Did you ever had a future pilot in one of your flights visiting your cockpit? I've had people visit the flight deck at my operator, but whether any of them became real pilots, I have absolutely no idea. I hope so. Anyway, speed brake was extended. Did I just hear some Dutch with GSX there? This way, please. I love it. Someone at the door. Usually, I'll probably have an Amazon delivery during the stream. Batteries are on, then external power connected. APU and engine fire tests are complete. Let's get the APU started. So, starter master switch on, which opens up the APU inlet door. No, it doesn't. I always do this wrong. So, that's the switch. Main switch. There you go. Now you can see the APU inlet door opening. Afternoon, Liam. Hope you're doing well, buddy. So there you go, the APU inlet door has opened. So APU main switch is on. APU Gen 3 switch is in the off reset position. Overspeed light is off, and now we can start the APU, which is this button here. There, APU starting. You can see the N1 increasing and the TGT. That lights up very quick, actually. Perfect. Nice day here in Rotterdam, as it is, I believe, in Leipzig, although I've not checked the weather. Welcome, Ted Victor. Thanks for subscribing. Hello, Charlie Bartlett. Welcome on board. Excellent. Yeah, it's a bit stuttery here at Rotterdam. I don't know if it's a scenery or something localised, because I did a little test in New York with all my new updated settings, and it was pretty smooth and no stuttering. Charlie, what plane do you fly in real life? The 737 series, both the NG and MAX variant. Right, APU has started. It's stabilised at max RPM, and we can now put the APU Gen 3 switch to on. That light is extinguished. And we can put this to on and APU air on. There we are. We've got conditioned air coming into the cabin. So radio master switches can now come both on. Annoyingly, my radio tuning panel is not compatible with Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. I'm going to have to set the Unicom frequency on here, unfortunately. So 122.8. That's going to be a real pain. But there we are. It is working, and my push to talk button is as well. do you prefer flying in real life to sim? Good question, actually, in this day and age. I love my job, but this is somewhat more relaxing and fun. So I enjoy flying lots of different aircraft in desktop simulators, and how realistic they've become. But I do also enjoy my job. Oh yeah, dead mode, that's a good point. You can use the tune page for the UNS1 for tuning. That is true, but I'm going to have to flick between all the different pages. Alex, hi Sam, might need to pause membership for a while. I have pricey private healthcare coming up. I'll always be a subscriber, but my membership lapses. No, I'll be back soon. Oh, no problem at all, Alex. Thank you very much for your time as a member. But I hope you're doing well, and I hope your health... well, I guess you're having to go into hospital somehow or something, or maybe your health care is more expensive. I don't know. But thank you very much, Alex, for your time as a member, buddy. Ryan, Jesus, Fokker, yes, that's what we are in. Right, radio master switches are on, comm radios are set, internal lighting then. We should probably have the nav lights on. And that's all at this stage. So you'll see that the little green starboard and port lights are illuminated. Perfect, that's all on. Electrical panel should be all configured and set. Emergency exit lights we can arm. I think we're pre-fueled for this sector. Let me just check the flight plan. So we need 4.4 tons. What have we got on board here? Yeah, pre-fueled, all ready to go, I think. So, oh no, total fuel weight. Start refueling. Oh. Refueling complete. No, I didn't use GSX. We're already pre-fueled. But there you go. You can see we've got the fuel. Should we take standard block fuel? What's the worst that could happen in busy Leipzig? Can someone find out how many arrivals are going on in Leipzig as to whether I decide to take extra fuel or not? Right, so we're pre-fueled. We can put the seatbelt and no smoking sign on now. AP panel we've configured. Bleed panel's already configured and set. Air conditioning panel as well. Pressurization panel. So we'll set the elevation to... why is it very blurry? Is that Microsoft Flight Sim 2024? It's really blurry. It wasn't like that on my last sector. Can I zoom in a bit? See, someone said that this last stream, if I zoom in, it's really blurry. The textures aren't usually that bad. What's happened between now and my last stream where I've done absolutely nothing in my settings? Cruising at flight level 290. We set it to 1,000 feet above that, so that's 30,000 feet. QNH destination is set. Why that is so blurry, I don't know. These textures look much better. Well, they're a bit blurry as well. Interesting. Pressurization set. The engine anti-ice system will arm after takeoff, but we'll leave it all off for now. And the windshield heating priority switch doesn't matter, we'll leave it on left hand. Main switches, we'll leave them off. Actually no, can we put them in the low position? Yeah, let's put the windshield heating to low. Pitot and vane heating's later. Let's set up the MCP. So it's runway 06 in use here. It'll be an RNAV departure off runway 06. The runway QDM is 056 degrees, so we'll set that now. 056. It's quite hard to see on the bug. 056. 056, and we'll set the Rotterdam VOR, which is on the station, 110.4, make that active. 110.4, so that's active box 1 and 2. Turn on DME. That's all set. We've got the DME information down here on the DME indicator. How do you like in the Fokker? Beware of snowy or freezing conditions. Oh, look, I've not experienced too much snow or freezing conditions, but I do enjoy this add-on. It's a nice addition to my virtual hangar. Right, what's the QNH here in Rotterdam? Because it's indicating much lower, 1023. So 1023. Excellent. So that's just below sea level here in Rotterdam, which you can see is indicated. It's about -2 feet. There you go, it's just below 0 on the PFD. MGS1, it's quite interesting. Maybe Microsoft Flight Sim crosses the VRAM limits of your 3080, which is 12 gigabytes. I think now for a new purchase, 16 gig should be considered bare minimum. So it's my VRAM of my graphics card. Okay, that might be why we're stuttering a little bit. Oh, that's a shame. Right, that'll be soon time to load the UNS FMC. So yes, we've done the flight directors. We'll put that to heading. Flight director command. We'll pitch about 10 degrees nose up initially. There we are. It'll turn off like this because obviously we're not lined up with the runway. Oops. Just align the standby ADI. Oh, what's happened there? It's sort of Ah, you can change your attitude. There we go. Leave it on the horizon. You missed a trick. You should have flown from Leipzig with where S weekend is. The runway can accept a 737. Oh, never mind, Liam. Next time, perhaps. Right, now it's time to load the UNS, which is down here. I have updated it. Well, I have in the settings, at least, the whatever it's called, Navigraph FMS updater on my desktop. So it's passing everything it needs to do. Yes, excellent. Nav database expires 20th of March, accept. So if I go here to flight plan, copy flight plan route, there's the one we need from SimBrief. I downloaded the file, put it in the folder you need to. So we're going from Rotterdam to Leipzig. 1. Enter. There we go. It's all in. There's no ATC here at the moment. Well, there is, but it's all in Amsterdam Schiphol. I don't know if any of these sectors will provide ATC. Let's have a look. We'll soon find out when I start taxiing out. Let's have a look here. ATC on. Ooh. Okay. Would ATC be provided by one of these units? Maybe the approach controller? FS weekend. Oh, there must be a big event going on in Amsterdam. It's not too busy though. Echo Delta Delta Papa is getting very busy, but not horrific currently. Okay, I'll have to see how we get on. Right, which controller do I need in this sector? Oh no, hold on, I've got an approach controller. Excellent. So we'll tune that chap up at Rotterdam. Didn't even notice. ATIS. Oh, we've got some weather too. Let's grab the weather. I can use this to tune it as well.
1350 is 10. When variable between 310 and 030.
Let's grab the ATIS before we put anything in here.
0 kilometers or more. 3,300 scattered. 3,800 scattered. Temperature 8. Dew point 1. Altimeter 1023. Acknowledge information. Lima at first contact at these on initial contact.
I beg
You
your
have
pardon.
information. Lima.
Didn't get the last bit.
This is Rotterdam information. Lima. Main landing runway 06. Transition level 40. When 350 is 10. When variable between 310 and 030. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. 3,300 scattered. 3,800 scattered. Temperature 8. Dew point 1. Altimeter 1023. Acknowledge information. Lima at first contact at these on initial contact.
I don't
You
know
have information.
what it's saying
Lima.
at the end at all. Something about something or other.
This is Rotterdam
Right.
information. Lima.
Let's
Main
put on
landing
the
runway
approach
06.
controller.
Transition level 40. When 350
What's the frequency?
is 10.
Sorry,
When
I'm just getting it off
variable
here.
between
128575.
030. Visibility 10 kilometers or more.
Can't find it.
3,300 scattered. 3,800 scattered.
No, that's the
Temperature
ATIS.
8. Dew point 1. Altimeter
Oh, guys, it's only ATIS here.
Lima at first contact at these
So
on initial
I'm
contact.
just going to go back to
You have
Unicom.
information. Lima.
Shut up, I've got to leave it. Oh, how do I
This is
switch this
Rotterdam
over? Oh, that's
information. Lima.
COM2.
Main landing run.
Okay. So I have absolutely no... Why is that so blurry, guys? I didn't have any of those issues last sector. None at all. And now it's a... Look, if I zoom in, it becomes clearer. But if I zoom out... Oh, look! That's so strange. Now it's clear. I have to zoom in first. I've not had that issue before. What are your thoughts on the EasyJet pilot going almost 5,000 feet per minute under 10,000 feet? Well, first things first, Scotty 2. That should never have been leaked to the media. That's an internal safety report that's been leaked. I'm going to say this now, because I thought it would be brought up today. Aircraft pilots and aircrew are encouraged to make reports for safety reasons, okay? Incidents happen every single day in aviation. We're human, we make mistakes, we make errors. The fact is we have systems on the aircraft to assist us if we get ourselves into this situation. I don't know anything about this captain, but he has been named and shamed publicly. That should never have happened. We don't know what's happened or how they got into this situation. This is an internal investigation with EasyJet that's been leaked, and it should be dealt with properly with the authorities internally. Why that's been leaked? Because it discourages pilots from making safety reports in the future, and we are encouraged at operator to make safety reports for everything, and I encourage people to do the same. So I don't know. I've not read the full report. Obviously this got aircraft got into a situation it shouldn't have. There was a terrain warning. The pilots have safely executed that, and whatever happened on the flight deck on the day is for the internal investigation of the safety department of the airline and authorities to discover what happened. So that's my thoughts on it. I've not read the full details. Right, where did I get to? I have no approach controller. I thought it was A for approach, but it's A for ATIS. We need to put in the SID, so it's, how do you do that? It's menu, depart, it's runway 06, so enter. SID is going to be an RNM3 Alpha. RNM3 Alpha is number 2. Enter, and that's it. Flight plan, just make sure there's no discontinuities. I think we are all good. Previous page. Great, terminates at Arnhem, and then we have the en route, and then we need to do the arrival into Leipzig. So we're going to go to menu again, arrive. I'm planning 26 right. Goodness knows what it will be, and God forbid if they change it. It'll be a Goxil 1 Victor. Goxley 1 Victor, that's number 3. Enter. And we'll put that in for ILS 26 right. Enter. And, oh gosh, what transition are we going to expect? Let's have a look here. So this terminates at 459. Approach, ILS 26 right. What have we got here? We've got a Lofto. You know what? I'm going to put Delta Papa 437, I reckon. Let's just put an overlay here, just have a quick look. Schiphol is controlling Rotterdam. Okay, cool. I'm going to put Lofto because it's sort of a beam. Number 1. Enter. Alright, let's just check for any discontinuities here. So we've got flight plan. Got all these waypoints. Classic Germany. 437, COSAM. After Lofto. That's on the approach. Perfect. So that'll do for now. And we'll have a look at the SID in a second. Thanks for subscribing, Pel van der Wef. Welcome on board, buddy. Excuse my Dutch pronunciation. Right, the FMC's all loaded. We're pre-fueled. We've got sufficient minimum block fuel. Great. We'll have to do. And we've loaded the FMS. I think we're pretty much all ready to go. Most of the aircraft's already configured. AP's already running, and this is all set up here. Glare shield checklist complete, pre-flight checks then, so vents and internal lights as desired, warning panel test here, so we've got various annunciators right now, that's completely normal. Lighting's all set, instruments comparative test complete, there's no lights illuminated, minimums for the approach that's set 200 for now, study pressure source complete, QNH is set, and now we need to do the engine instrumentation for departure. Jessica, thank you very much for 31 months as a member. Is it this plane or just Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 causing the frame rate stutter state? It's, I don't know, Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 I think, because I did a test sector and I've also flown this aircraft in New York where there was no stutters. Let's see what happens when we get airborne, but it's completely smooth outside. It's in the cockpit. If I go, there you go, look, if I move my mouse quickly it sort of stutters and then it's fine, but when I'm not moving my head, it's moving my head around, Jessica, in the cockpit. But yeah, I didn't have any issues last stream in it. Right, thank you very much for your support, Jessica. Let's check the thrust index. I should think today sea level, because we're in Holland, and it's below 26 degrees, so it's the highest, 170 we can set for the thrust index, and we'll use full takeoff for departure. So let's now go here. I think it defaults to 170 anyway. Yeah, look, it's already set to 170, so that just means we set this to 100% for our takeoff thrust. So we've checked the thrust index and it's set to maximum rating for actual temperature. Fuel flow reset. Hydraulic, I think we need to boost the hydraulics here. There we are, so just make sure the accumulator pressure's built and we've pressurised all the hydraulic systems. We can then turn it off. There we go. Hydraulic gauges we've tested. Weather radar, standby. Put the scale up to something like this, +5 on the tilt. High pressure fuel valves, you're meant to do a cross check for each individual tank. Well, imagine that's complete. Otherwise we'll be here all day. Flap levers are up, we've checked. Radio instrumentation's checked. Gear levers down. Before engines start, we're pretty much there. Now, before we just start the engines, I just want to brief our departure. So, we're going to be... Oh, crikey, just turn this off. Otherwise it's going to chew up all my PC's resources. So we're going to engine start here in Rotterdam, straight out taxi, right Alpha Yankee, and then very short taxi to runway 06 via Victor. So that's what we're going to do. The SID is a little complex, an RNAM 3 Alpha, but it's all coded. It's runway 06, climb to, look at this, stop altitude. Damn you, Holland, 3,000 feet I'm going to have to level off at. So let's go to, I think I'm going to wait, no, alert on, there we are, set that to 3,000 feet. QNH is set, and we're just going to make sure auto on is engaged, so the automation engages. But what we're going to do is climb runway heading on 056, so it's actually a slight track adjustment, and then above 500 feet, right turn 063 to RD153. So if I go fly plan, RD153 up to 500 feet, and then we've got RD151, 150, next page, Ilvet, Nika, Arnhem, Soneb, Oldod. It's all coded perfectly. We'll be approaching our cruise level of flight level 290. Arnav SID, 3,000 feet low stop altitude. Mandatory, what's this? Strict adherence from limits of performance is mandatory. Climb as rapidly as practical to at least 2,000 feet. Well, we'll do an ADP 1 then and level off at 3,000. And then quickly clean up the flaps and contact Amsterdam. Your next Amsterdam on VATSIM, there's a lot of traffic nearby, and this causes a lot of stutters to your system trying to load it in and load it when you look at certain direction. Thank you, home email. And that makes sense because I've flown here before and I had a lot of stutters. So it's Amsterdam, probably the default airport, causing issues. Thank you, home email. And let's see what happens when we get en route. Right, someone said I need to contact... Is it Schiphol? God, which frequency? We've got so many. I've got... Oh my days. Guys, experts of VATSIM. What frequency do I need to tune? I've got... Approach, delivery... Is it approach controller? 121.205. Thank you. So I'll use VATSIM's quick ability to tune frequencies. So tune on com 1. It's quite quiet in frequency. Let's. I've got to remember. KLM is my call sign now, not my operator. Not Alpaca. Oh yeah, and I don't have any model matching unfortunately for 2024, so other aircraft will appear on VATSIM, but they just won't have any paint schemes. And I think they're quite generic models.
Expedited sent for the 79.
Scotty 144, Rider 270, descent 2000.
Say that again please, Scotty 144.
Rider 270, descent 2000.
Got to try and get my clearance here. Yes, guys, no F1 spoilers. I did watch the race, Luke, on replay, but there's a number of people who said no spoilers, please, so we won't discuss. Great race, that's all I'll say.
Right turn 270, descent 2000.
Good start, that's what I wanted. Schiphol, good day. It's KLM 28 in Rotterdam, stand Bravo 3. Copy latest information, QNH 1023. Departure clearance Leipzig, please.
Leipzig, RNM Alpha from 06, climb 3000, squawk 1000.
Cleared to Leipzig, runway 06, RNM 3 Alpha, 3000 feet, squawk 1000, KLM 28.
KLM 28, startup approved to QNH 1023, departure taxi.
Start approved, call taxi, KLM 28. God, he's
rapid. Speed 180.
Squawk 1000.
144, speed 180.
On 3,000 feet.
Speed to 20.
And we've been cleared. Engine start as well. It's going to be fun, this departure. Indeed, F28 is not equipped with spoilers. Brilliant, Dynamo scene. Actually, it is, I think. There's an alpaca taking off. Need to get model matching sorted for this simulator. Right, before engine start, parking brakes on. Brake, alternate hydraulic pressure is in the green. Fuel quantity checked. Just double check that. Yeah, 4 tons. Thrust index nav aids, autopilot's off. APU running.
320, cleared, ILS runway 361.
I think we'll just turn VATSIM down whilst we're doing our engine starts. Boarding complete, windows and doors are closed, and passenger signs are on. So, are we? Doors all closed? We are. So I think I can now just turn off the external power. There we are on the APU. Let's disconnect it here. And I'm just going to disable GSX because we're not using pushback today. So there's no point having it anymore. There we are. Bye-bye, GSX. Great, boarding complete, windows and doors closed, cockpit door closed, passenger signs on. So, anti-collision light top and bottom on, throttle levers idle, high pressure fuel valve shut, all fuel boost pumps on. And we're clear to start the engines. So, engine master starter on, start engine number 2. I don't know what it is, but these lights never illuminate for me. They should be on, but they never come on. Scotty, you got up to watch it, as did Longcat. Yeah, I did think about it, because I was meant to be getting up that time for work, but they changed my duty. But sleep. There we are. So the engine's spooling up. TGT's increasing. Well, engines have started okay. Beautiful. So that looks like a good start on engine number 2. The light's not blinking anymore. Starting engine number 1. Yeah, it's definitely, I think Amsterdam is causing the stutters, you're right, a lot of traffic around as well. Perfect, wait for the N2 to be at 20, N1, whatever this rotation is, HP 20%, fuel on. Can't remember, I was told to move this on our first stream. I think you move it to start and then to fall forward afterwards. Yes, you meant to, oops, you meant to go to start first, verify outer blinking, engine indications rising, then you fully open. Never mind. Perfect, so that looks like 2 good engine starts. So, after engine start, warning panel check all extinguished. They have. System 1 and 2 hydraulic pumps are off and guarded. Fuel pressure warning lights all off. Collector tanks are black. Crossfeed is on. APU gen switch. Firstly, engine master switch off. Off. APU gen switch off, reset. Stop the APU. Okay. Air conditioning main switches both on. On. Engine anti-ice auto. Take my time with this. Where is it here? Auto. Probes on. Heater and vane heating, as they call it here. Gust lock disengage. There we are, disengage. Flight controls check for full and free movements. Go capsule setup, there we are. Oh, where's my control column gone? Ah, there we are. Okay, looks good. Rudders. Everything is working. Wonderful. What else do I need to do? Flight controls checked. Alternate stab trim. Oh yes, if you press this here, which I forgot to do. There you go, it sets the trim automatically. Stab trim set. Flap set for takeoff. Standards 11. I need to press the little bug here to set my V speeds. There we are. Flaps to 11. Yeah, you can see the flaps extending. Clunk. There we are. Lift dumpers check operation. And then in. Oh no, I don't know if that's the lift dumper, is it? Oh, it always slightly extends here, and we need to push that in for ready. And then we get our ATC clearance. So taxi light on first. You see it dips out and extends on the nose. Superb. Tom, does the cockpit layout make sense after a few flights? Looks a bit confusing. No. Right, we'll request taxi.
About 5 kilo right, 180 speed to 20.
Is it me or the are the angels? Are the engines angled up a bit? I think they are, but that's to do probably with the attitude at which it flies. I'm not sure.
November 22 Fox Charlie, Cockpit Amsterdam, 15750.
15750.
Wish me luck here. KLM 28, stand by 3 in Rotterdam, request taxi.
KLM 28, punch taxi 106.
Taxi holding point runway 06, KLM 28. He's fast.
Quebec Mike,
I can
left
barely
256.
understand him.
That's 180.
Right, parking brakes released.
Guess I want to photo.
Just had a bit of power.
Yes, the 124,
And we're
the
off.
wind 350, 10 left, runway 2 complete takeoff.
246 takeoff. 06, clear takeoff confirm.
Yeah, my apologies, 06.
Okay, I forgot something.
KLM 5 Bravo, speed
My
20.
nose wheel steering. Is that
220.
working?
Okay.
Guys, my nose wheel steering's not working. It's turning, but
KLM
we're not
6 Charlie,
turning.
contact tower 19230.
What have I forgotten?
Charlie.
It'll be probably... Alright, stand by, guys. I'm not going in a straight line.
Quebec Mike,
Oh, I'm only going in a straight line.
3000.
Rudder axis steering is on,
910, speed 210.
and the tiller's turning, but I'm not.
910. Can you even 5
Great, brilliant, fantastic, wonderful.
Speed 210.
What's going on? The tiller's turning, and I'm not. I'm just going in a straight line. It didn't do that in the test sector.
KLM 5 Bravo, right 180.
I think 180, KLM 5 Bravo.
Right, how do I fix this? Nothing's been changed. The tiller's turning, nose wheel steering's on, rudder axis is on in the settings. I'll turn it off and on again.
Papa, Info Charlie, expecting to fly
Can't even get that
40.
closed. What's causing that?
Report Quebec Mike, left turn 090.
Left 090, each 4
Yeah, it's not turning at all.
At 123, contact tower 190.
Differential thrust, differential braking. Unfortunately, I don't have any of that working. Great. What could... I don't know what's causing it, because it's all on in the settings, the tiller's turning. I mean, I could try and turn it by hand, but... I don't know, guys. It's stuck. Maybe turn the nose wheel steering off. No. Guys, I am sorry about this. Absolutely no reason. I've not forgotten anything. Everything's set up. Nose wheel steering by rudder. I think this is a bug. And it's a pretty... Hold on, my rudder's not going, is it? Oh, it is. No, my rudder's fine. Check outside of rudder surface moving. Yeah. See if the nose wheel moves as well.
910, right.
No, nose wheel's not moving either. Nose wheel's completely stationary.
And QNH 10123.
Right. Only thing I think of is, well, I don't think pulling the rudder pedals off and on again because they're working and the rudder's working. It's just there's no nose wheel steering.
Speed 180.
It's probably something silly I've forgotten. Or hydraulics aren't pressurised. Brake temperatures. Gust lock off. Yeah, gust locks off. That won't make any difference. I think it happened last time. At least the guy from Just Flight would be here to help. That is true. Is there like a pin? Is GSX interfering? It's off. I don't really want to reset the flight if I can.
Out of 5,000 for
What have we got here? Oh, is there? Right, let me just look at the manual.
Say again, please.
The GSX, there's no pushback, so surely there isn't a
Roger,
pin.
got you 130, Shamrock 255.
If anyone wants to look on Just Fly's forum for taxi issues, that'd be fine.
Let's have a look
here in the manual.
Speed 180.
Speed 180, right lane 330, straight eye left.
Nose wheel steering tiller.
5 kilo, left turn 0.
When I had this happen last night in Phoenix, I didn't even have GSX installed. So you've had issues in other aircraft, Romulus.
KLM 5 Bravo, speed 180. Open 5 kilo, descent 3000, QNH 1023.
That's all it says. But I think it's a bug in the sim. The reason is that the tiller's moving and the rudder pedals are moving. Look, and obviously when I move the rudder, look, the tiller's moving in time. I really don't know how to manage this. I think I'm just going to have to restart the flight. Try from keyboard brake release, whatever hotkey is in Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Okay,
keys.
549, descend 2000, QNH 1023.
Ah, yeah.
2000, QNH 123.
Check your controller settings, short distances are off, and
Alpha
that
500 kilo per turn gaan, left
rudder
turn heading
access steering option is
060.
enabled in EFB. So I'll just wait out. I think AC doesn't
Yes,
mind
sir,
us here. We're not
124,
blocking
Rotterdam,
anyone.
Rotterdam,
Yeah, let's have a look at this
125,
then. So, try disabling rudder access steering in the EFB.
Alpha 4, Quebec Mike, contact tower, Alpha 920.
Yes, well, we had it on, didn't we?
Number 923 for 8 Quebec Mike.
Ah, hold on, guys.
Alpha 910, contact tower, Alpha 920.
Oh, isn't this fun?
Bluetooth.
Yeah, so now you can see the tiller's not moving at all, which is correct. Yeah, that's definitely not. Oh! Oh!
Departure.
Off and on again. Was that what we needed to do?
Step 274 and 5 line 120.
If in doubt, just turn it off and on again, guys.
Steady,
What the
5
world?
9 right, seat,
So that must be a little bug or something we discovered. Because all we've done is turn that off and on. Thanks, PDF.
256 Charlie, right, 270.
Oh, it stopped again.
QNH 1023.
Oh, for goodness sake. No, it's jammed. Oh, it's jammed again. No, it's stopped working just like that. I'm just going to disconnect off VATSIM here. Well, how can it just be working and then all of a sudden not working? Right, so let's just turn it off and on again. Off, on. No, it's now just... No, it's... How? How can it just stop working like that? Right, someone else made a suggestion in the settings. Check your controller settings. Ensure assistant settings are off and the rudder access steering option is enabled in the AFP. Ah! What are you doing? What? I've not even requested this. What are you doing? Is that what's going on? What is going on? Why am I being pushed back randomly? I didn't even... Shift P? Where did he come from? Conflicting binding. Yeah, but this isn't GSX. This is default Microsoft Flight Simulator, isn't it? Let's check my... Oh, it's working again now. Brilliant. Well, what's triggered this pushback tug to appear from nowhere? So something... I've got some sort of controller binding which is activating the default pushback. Isn't it Shift P? I just press Shift P to disconnect it. Right, I'm going to reconnect on VATSIM. Unbelievable. I've got no words for this silly simulator.
Right, 330, clear on this.
He's probably thinking, what is going on here? Right, we're off. So something's activated the default pushback.
274, 12575.
Right, we're on our way. And now I've got a new issue. My thrust levers weren't at idle when I was at idle. Brilliant. I think this is going to be quite a interesting flight, guys. Oh my god. I hate it when you pan round the camera like this and none of the instruments work. When you have to use the middle mouse button. Right, we're on our way. Clearly Microsoft Flight Sim 2021 doesn't trust you to taxi off stand. Right, let's taxi to the whole point and let's do some sort of before taxi checklist. Oh no, before takeoff. So flaps check, lift dumps armed, TTC is set to take off. It should be by default. There they are, the TTC switches. Center pumps off, your dampening switch is on. And now the quality of all the guards is looking good, and I better put the transponder to on and out off. Just look where I'm going. Perfect. Before takeoff check, is your dampening switch on, transponder on, out reporting. Weather radar on.
So can I pass you Bravo heading 030?
I've not even looked at the weather at my destination. And we'll hold at Victor 1 for runway 06. Yeah, the FPS seems to be better now because I'm not facing Schiphol. Brake temperature should be good. Engine and windshield heat is set as required. There we go. So I'll just set the parking brake.
KLM 14 Yankee with
And
fluid,
we'll just do the A to C
95,
lineup actions
directed
now.
to
So
travel.
strobes
Level 4
on,
Yankee, expect ILS 369.
all the lights.
36 right, KLM 14.
Oh, it's going to be such a busy departure. I'm going to hand fly this tank up to 3,000
Good evening,
feet.
November 17
Oh,
off a Charlie direct car off.
Right.
5774 down to 70.
yeah, a plane is staying true to its name. It is a Fokker, you're right. It is a Fokker. That's a fact.
November for Charlie.
Right, we're ready for takeoff. KLM 28 holding Victor 106 ready for departure.
First speed plus 2 on Papa left turn 090. KLM 28, runway 06, clear takeoff. The wind is 350 knots.
Runway 06 clear takeoff, KLM 28. Right, parking brakes off. Let's go.
Apollo, target 507.
Oh, this is going to be busy. Right, a couple of things here. I need to make sure I'm in nav as soon as we take off.
4036 right, 507.
And I've got the chart open for
Speed
the
plus 2 on
backup.
Papa 2000.
So I'm making sure I'm going towards the points.
November 17 Alpha Charlie, descend level 5.
Imagine your elevator getting stuck.
Turn
Well,
level 50 November
I won't
for
blame that
Charlie.
on just flight. I'll blame that on the default tug.
Descend level 50, KLM 14.
Upline 57 Delta Kilo request a turn.
There we are.
Yes, sir. I talked to you about 4 times. I'm not sure where you're going.
Uh-oh, someone's not going the right way. That will be me very shortly. Right, there's
Right,
no timer on this aircraft, so make a note of the time. 1550
I
Zulu.
will try to get you back to left turning 360.
For left 360. I believe I did read back 150, but
Debate. Right, here we go. Oh, I've completely screwed up this taxi in this tiny aeroplane. Forgetting how short it is. Right, here we go. Toga's in chest. Let's go to Leipzig. So I've got to somehow hold it on the brake here with my left hand. I was a bit late with the takeoff ding, no problem. Well, slowly at 100%.
power set.
Power set. Let's go. Brakes off.
Cabin is secured.
Thanks.
Circuit repeat the frequency for very much.
Unicom, 160, that's right.
Yes.
Further, Unicom secure.
So airspeed's alive.
80 knots.
Checked. Oh god, we've got a lot of right rudder in there. Crikey. Release the forward pressure.
Rotate.
Up we go. Snaps off the runway this short aeroplane, and we're airborne. Awesome.
Climb.
Gears up.
Gear up.
And look at this rate of climb. Absolutely insane. Look at that. Right, I need to level off soon. Flaps coming up. I think, will it go into roll now? Beam? No, it won't. I'm going to have to put the autopilot in to make sure we're navigating correctly. Autopilot in. Good. Pitch hold, that's fine. One to go, checked. Ah, no, my mouse has stopped working. My mouse has stopped working. Ah! Gonna have to disconnect.
Evacuate identified plan for level 130.
Climb flight level 130, KLM 28. Thanks God for that. Oh my God, I'm off. Right, keep going in a straight line. That's good for now. 130. My mouse stopped working, and I was about to bust 3000. So 130 set. Let's get it trimmed. Oh God, I need a lot of trim nose down. I've not trimmed it once. Oh my days. I'm so out of trim. I'm still trimming nose down. Oh, guys, I don't think my trim's working. No, my trim's not working. Brilliant. This is just going from bad to worse. I can't trim. It's because the autopilot's in. Just because the autopilot's in, that's why. Right. I need to get this autopilot out somehow. Okay. Now I can trim. Right, left turn. Trimming. Let's reduce a bit of thrust. So at least the left turn's working. And I've got good flight directors. Oh, lovely and smooth now. Goodbye, stutters. Okay, okay. Ignoring the flight director. Ice detected. So I've got the automatic engine anti-ice system. Let's try one more time on this. Autopilot in. I want indicated airspeed hold, and I want beam. Right. Now we're getting somewhere. Set standard.
Get us wait, clear climb, getting down 122.8, goodbye.
122.8, thanks to ATC, KLM 28, goodbye. Alright, 1013, just maintain 200 knots for now, that's fine. So 1013, gonna go vertical speed, just 1,000 feet, auto on, so we level off, standard set, and we'll accelerate to 250 knots. Okay. And breathe. And breathe. That was a crazy departure. What? 1228, but I'm on... Oh, now the radio tuning panel's broken. I'm on 11205, but this is showing 122.8. Brilliant.
40 November for Charlie.
There we are. I don't know what happened there. Magic. Right. Accelerating to 250 knots. These switches can go to climb. And we can set about 100%. Accelerate to 250 knots. Who needs random failures? I know. What a departure, guys. So we'll accelerate to 250 now. And we're approaching flight level 100. We'll then might as well go straight to 270, our econ climb speed. And I'll have you know, I'm navigating on the SID accurately. RD150, right turn infinite coming up. Oh god, that departure was crazy. So what happened was I was trying to level off at 3,000 feet. And my mouse jammed, so I was trying to move my mouse around, as you probably saw, and nothing happened. And then I was about to bust the level. Thankfully, he cleared me to flight level 130, so I set 130, no problem. And then I got the autopilot in and couldn't trim, and I thought I pressed the disconnect button on my control column, but it was still in, which is why I couldn't trim. So I disconnected it using the switch, got the aircraft under control, and happy days, you know. We did what we needed to do. Right, helps if you retract the flaps up. Flaps are now up. Climb power is set. And we're now making a right turn accelerated to 270 knots. I find that if I press the mouse wheel again, it comes right on back. I think what happened was I probably had that stuck on or something. I don't know. But you'll be pleased to know, look at that, the stutters have completely disappeared now. So that stutter was 100% to do with Amsterdam. It's completely smooth now. Great FPS, and I've fixed my texture issues. Happy days. Wokshian, hi Flight Sim, does your mouse have a scroll wheel on it? Yes it does. Sometimes if I click in the mouse wheel it enters a free lock mood, which prevents me from clicking on anything in the virtual cockpit. Well, the opposite happened there. I basically, let me just go ice hold here. I basically couldn't move the mouse. It was stuck, so I was moving the mouse to try and turn left and right, but it was in sort of locked. So it means, and the flight controls weren't working, so I was trying to make inputs, and everything was broken. Anyway, I better do some checks here, guys. I've blasted on through. Sorry about this, and I tried to do everything as realistic as possible, but the sim has limitations. Right, acceleration's complete. We've set the TTC to climb. We'll climb up to our cruise of 290, which is set. Auto on. So it will level off for me, and we're climbing an indicated airspeed hold. Right, acceleration's complete after takeoff then, so landing gears up, flaps up, lift dampers disarmed, TTC set to climb, centre bumps as required, and we've got fuel being fed from left and right tank. Landing lights can all be retracted now, so off, retract, taxi light off. Can't believe we got pushback by the default Microsoft Flight Simulator pushback. That's so funny. There we are. Checks are all complete. We're supposed to check the pressurising. So this is all opposite to the 737. Diff is 5 psi, so definitely pressurised. Cabin altitude is 2,000 feet. The Mekian says, how did you fix the textures? So I turned off the dynamic stream settings. set it to a texture of what I mean. It's not perfect, but it's better. If you zoom in, look, you can still see it's quite blurry, but close to the ground, it's somewhat acceptable. It's still not as good as Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, but it's better. Oh yes, Winky, change the flight director mode so it follows the GPS. Yes, you're quite right. So it's should be on Vorlock, so the guidance is now following the GPS. You're quite right. Well spotted. Right, climb thrust again. We can set a little more, about 90%. Fuel flow's good. Aircraft weight's fine. And we've got about 1.9 tons, about 3.8 tons of fuel on board. Yeah, that was a fun departure. I didn't press Shift P at any point during that setup though, but that's what happened. I think the default tug was attached, which is why I couldn't taxi. Hugh, looks like when you came out of GSX, the sim tug took over, put the pin in, and because you didn't use it, you Fokker 28 until it was connected, then removed. Yeah, something went happened in the background, didn't it? Probably something to do with deselecting GSX, but why attach the default tug? I have absolutely no idea. Just past Ivut, now I'm bound to Nika, and then we'll be going inbound to Arnhem. At least the UNS gives you much better flexibility online. You can fly these RNAV SIDs accurately. And we still have the DME here based off the Rotterdam VOR at 34 nautical miles away. Yeah, stutter free now. And the clouds do look excellent. Great performance. So I wonder what's causing the issues in Rotterdam. Just, as someone said, the Schiphol scenery, I guess. The default one and all the traffic. Beautifully smooth now. Oh, what's happened to the map? Oh, I saw it there for a second. Looks like the map's broken, guys. Can you see that? I can see it briefly. Okay, that's no good. Charts. So that's out of here. Can we track the aircraft there? There you can, perfect. Perfect. Nilks234 Racing says, have you come across Auto FPS yet? It's a huge upgrade to performance for 2024. Well, I just use that, well, I've turned off that dynamic setting now, but I'm quite happy with the performance in 2024. Your free trial of map has expired. Looks like Logcat. That's the case. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Nice to see you here. Passing flight level 200. Again, we're just maintaining 270-ish knots in the climb. Just check the pressurization. 1.2. Oh, sorry, no, that's the cabin altitude now. It's all different to the NG and Max. It's the diff 6.2. Cabin altitude's just over 3,000 feet. Oh, really? Well, I'll leave it for now, NKL. It seems to be doing well. Everything's smooth, textures have improved. Let's see what happens when we get to Leipzig.
Traffic.
Oh great, I have a TA. Traffic 800 feet. Oh, they're actually going in the same direction and also climbing. They're above me though. Can't see them. That looks really realistic. Do you ever use en route charts nowadays in real ops? Yeah, yes. But on the iPad with live position updating. We don't generally check the airway days, minimum altitudes. It's all under radar control in Europe.
Clear of conflict.
Good. That's working, TCAS. Excellent. This is a short flight as well, I forgot to mention. Should be there in about an hour. What have we got en route here? We've got a VOR, so we can tune the VOR, which is the ham 1565. Why not? So we now have DME information, or is it just DME without VOR? No, it's VR DME, so we should be getting the DME information of this when it gets within range, which it should be, it's not that far away. Longcap 24 is looking awesome from time to time. Is the ground finally looking okay? I've made some changes to my settings last stream to make the textures look a little better. Loading in. Let's see how it is on the approach into Leipzig. But yeah, performance is excellent once you're away from sort of built-up areas. But I think there's something uniquely wrong with Amsterdam and Rotterdam, because I did a little test with changing the settings in New York airspace with all the photogrammetry, and it was running really smoothly with no stutters, and it looked really good. But again, if I pop outside, sorry about the noise, guys. Look directly down, you can sort of see it's very blurry. That's sort of zoom level 13, 12 maybe with ortho. But again, when you're in the cruise looking down at this sort of distance, it's acceptable. I can sort of accept that. Just close to the ground, it's what the issue was. But again, I should have hopefully have fixed that. I quite like the look of the Fokker F28. Nice looking plane. Well, we're almost at Mach 0.70. That's our cruise speed. Max, good luck with your type rating. Just follow the provided guidance from your operator. It's the best I can recommend. Build your knowledge of the technical aspects of the aircraft in FCOM 2. Or whatever your technical manual is, your operator. I think Boeing FCOM 2 is quite generic. There we are, overhead Arnhem, which terminates the SID en route to Soneb. Our top of descent, I did a little bit of calculating earlier, is going to be 15 miles from Nomka. Okay, so when we're 15 miles from that waypoint, we'll start our descent. Unfortunately, this routing has no restrictions on the arrival, so using the VNAV function is a bit sort of, I don't know, it's a bit pointless. So we'll put the 2,000 feet here, but there's no restrictions on this start. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Can you put altitude restrictions at waypoints? Tom, did you put DME on the nav radio tuning panel? I sure did, and we had DME at the previous station. So Rotterdam, we had the DME. There we are, it's just picked it up now, 56 miles. Don't know why it took so late to pick it up. Should be picking it up about 200 miles away. Awesome. I don't even know what day is it. Sunday today, isn't it? Sunday. I might stream tomorrow. I'm on standby, but I'm quite busy. Got quite a lot of things to do at home, and then I have got some days off where I'm quite busy. Obviously, higher settings will impact your performance, and ground texture is based not on your T-Log but on your render scaling. Oh, I don't even know what that's set to, Andre, but I'm quite happy with how it is now, so I don't want to change too much around. Casey, yeah, it's the same FMS you get in the Dash 8, the UNS FMC. I don't think you can manually enter altitude restrictions. And that way, that's not going to be good for us because we need to plan a very early descent.
Hello.
Interesting, Lopart says, Auto FPS fixes the blurry terrain. Well, let's see how it is. It's close to the ground. In the cruise, I'm not so worried about the textures. It's close to the ground. You know, when we started using Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 with Takeoff, and the runway looked awful. It didn't look too great on our departure there, but we'll see how we get on. Better just turn down the simulator. Everything's very loud. Thanks you. Welcome aboard as a member. I hope you're doing well. Glad you enjoyed the content. You get invited to our members-only Discord. I hope you enjoy using the custom modes in chat. Thank you very much for support. Hey Warnock, you're enjoying using Auto FPS. Why have I not heard of that before? Everyone's using it and enjoying it. Maybe I should start using it. We'll have to see. Daniel, don't worry about descent. German agency will take full control of your aircraft, yes. MGS1, Nightbot showing you have a 3080, not 3080 Ti. As I said, 3080 were in 2 versions. Oh, I've no idea. How do I find that? I can go in my NVIDIA settings, I guess. Well, I can see it. It says on the screen a GeForce RTX. Does that help? A gigabyte. Gigabyte spelled whatever. I don't know. I know nothing about computers. Just buy the thing and plug everything in. Two to go. Almost at Mach decimal 7.7. Do you have your sim settings somewhere posted? I don't have Aviomare, but I mean, if everyone is impressed with my setup and the performance I'm getting, we can have a look at the settings afterwards if you like. MGS GPU Z is small tool. I don't know what that means. But it's a good graphics card, isn't it? It's alright. SB, is the handling of this close to a nice 737? In the desktop simulator, yes, but it handles very nicely. Like a 737, no, you fly it very differently. So its roll rate, pitch rate I've had to play around with is similar, but not the same. Yeah, I'll try to remember Aviomare at the end of the stream. It's 2 generations old now, but it's still very good. Pretty good. Yeah, Chevrox, I might upgrade at some point. I'm probably going to upgrade the entire PC in a couple of years' time. Interesting, Lucian. Yes, this VRAM, and VRAM is the graphics card VRAM, I guess. Yes, my memory usage for my GPU is 70% right now. CPU 52%. Yeah, I have definitely improved the textures though, or maybe that's Sim Update 1. It's acceptable up here now. Oh, look at the pollution. Oh, it's beautifully smooth up here though, no stuttering at all. So, you know, if it stays like this, fine. Hard to go. So it should automatically level off. Remember there is no auto throttle in the F28, so you want to set around 90% here, and then make small adjustments as required to maintain speed. Match the heading bug here. So people with 4090s are even struggling in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. That really outprices the simulator for a lot of people. I mean, this is meant to work on an Xbox, isn't it? Well, I'm just happy I've got the sim working nicely and looking good. Apart from trying to push back. It's quite funny when it tried to push me back onto the stand. And no input at all. Just poorly optimised currently, I think, yes. I mean, what was the best card? When Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 was released, was it a 3080? I think it was probably the best card on the market, wasn't it? 4 years ago. No, 5 years ago it was released, wasn't it? 4.5. Great, so just bug Mach 0.7. $3090, roger. So we'll start reducing the thrust to around 90%. Nice and smooth. These Rolls-Royce Spays probably don't like rapid thrust changes. There we are, flight level 290, guys. In the cruise. Better take the seatbelt sign off. And light up your pipes. Not sure what was said there, but there we go. to German airspace we fly. Hey, Carl Childers, long time no see. Code is poorly optimised right now, so regardless of hardware, there are issues. Interesting. Hopefully there'll be improvements moving forward, but so long as you guys get a good experience watching, that's all that matters. Carl, correct. They made it such that it work on consoles. Gotta love internet. Oh, that's a new word for me. Dilettantes trying to troubleshoot without actual data. But yeah, a lot of people are also trying to play it in 4K, which is obviously going to impact it. This is in 2K. There we are. Nice seeing the cruise. Speed's good. Passing the Hotel Mike VOR just south of Munster in Germany. We're then going to fly over Paderborn. And then Gotten. I've not heard of any of these towns in Germany. Soundershausen. And then into Leipzig. And it'll be a left-hand downwind for hopefully runway 26 right. Whatever runway I plan for, we'll get the other one. You know how it works. But yeah, I do like this add-on. It's something different. With just like the incredible manuals they produce, you can download this and study it until your heart's content to become quite a proficient operator of the aircraft, unlike myself. Ooh, that's going on fast. 7.5. Might just take a little bit more power off. There we go. Don't know if the weather radar's modelled, but we'll point the tilt down sliding center range of 100 miles. Yeah, you need good eyesight to see all the instruments as well.
50,
Beautiful.
40, 30, 20, 10.
Cheers, Fred. Fred Boeing 738, who's not pleased to be on my aircraft. What does he say? He says,
I want off this plane.
he wants to be off this plane. Outrageous comment. Thanks, Fred. Appreciate it. Wherever and whoever you are. Not impressed with my handling. Oh dear. Well, we're alive. Look, we just had a few taxiing issues, but we're in bus 3,000 feet. I smoothly climbed up with no technical issues whatsoever. Cheers. Oh dear. Cheers, Workshin. He says, after 28 months as a member, I forgot I had this work. Cheers, Workshin. Thank you very much. I think you're mentioning your members' monthly comment. Welcome aboard. Cheers, Cole. Stream looks good to me. It's nice and smooth. See, that's what's more important. I could probably pump out higher settings, but I always want to ensure that everything's smooth as the weather magically disappears before our eyes. And that's good. And the texture quality is really nice in the sim. Yes, we're having some blurry textures in the aircraft, which I didn't have last stream. And outside, inside, it's very smooth. I guess the live weather's just updating. Nailed it, Cap. Thanks, Fuxion. Hugh, you bought X-Plane 12 last year, so I was waiting for 2024. Now I'm very happy with X-Plane. It's a solid sim, and finally, I see they're working on updating it to ensure that cockpits are no longer pitch black. That's fantastic news. I forgot to mention as well, I am next Saturday, 8 o'clock in the evening, hosting an event with Flight Factor.
30,
So make sure you tune in, subscribe for a chance to win some cool prizes. Head over to the Flight Factor Discord for more information. Simbev, thank you very much. Most generous once again. Thank you for your continued support as a member. 10 quid. Very kind indeed. Once again. Too generous. Have you guys been flipping burgers again this weekend? In Discord. I won't tonight because I've got my standby tomorrow starts at 4 AM, so I'll be having an early night. In real life, they seem to be landing on 26 left. Thank you very much for the heads up, Having Storm. Let's have a little look here on VATSIM what they're doing. Oh my days! They look to be landing on both. 26. Well, it looks like 26 right at the moment. I can grab the ATIS and see what they're doing at least. Couple of pings here. Firstly, Aviomare, thank you for your 2 months as a member. I finally found where to this highlighted message. Welcome, Aviomare. Thanks for your 2 members. 2 months as a member. I just saw a gifted member coming. That's what confused me. And use it, guys. Use members your highlighted comment, which I'll always try to read. Flying Walnut, thank you again, Sasha, for your gifted membership. Welcome on board, KC. Very kind. You are now a member of the channel. Gifted from Sasha, you get invited to our members only Discord as well. Hey Gary, sorry I'm late, no problem at all buddy. Stream clashed with my swimming. I recommend you don't combine the two. I did this sector in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 this morning. Very nice aircraft, so nice to fly. Awesome Gary. I'm glad you're enjoying the aircraft. It's a fantastic addition to any virtual fleet. Right, anyway, we best start setting up because there's Nomka and we need to start setting up our approach because we need to plan our descent. I planned roughly to be level at 80 at Goxley to allow for a sort of straight in approach, and to ensure that we need to start our descent 15 miles from Nomka. So I did a bit of mathematics working out the difference between 29,000 feet and 8,000 feet. That's 21,000 feet. Times that by 3, 63 miles, which means 63 miles before Goxley, which is approximately 15 miles from Nomka, looking at the flight plan. So let's start setting up for the approach. Now we have the FMS and UNS, we can pretty much set up for the ILS now. So essentially, flight level 80 by ATC is what I'm planning. Now unfortunately with the UNS FMC, I can tell it a target rate of descent. So let's put 2,500 feet, enter. It doesn't give you predicted altitudes, it's just based off I think getting level onto the runway. So if I go here to nav, no, not that, flight plan, there's no altitudes on any of these here because there's no restrictions on the start. So I'm going to have to sort of descend manually like you would in a conventional aircraft. So as I said, we're going to aim to be at flight level 80 by Goxley, and it's an RNAV SID, so all the waypoints just need to check are in the FMC. So Nomka is our current waypoint. We're going to go to Ixulu, Suvit and then Goxley, which is on the flight plan. Ivulu, Suvit, Goxley. We're then going to make a left turn, Delta Papa 462. Track 059 checks in the FMC, and then it's 463, 464, 463, 464, 465, 457, 458, 459, and we'll just descend as per ATC. I do not care about CDAs in this aircraft. I'm just going to get nice and level early. I do my best in the 742, but in this aeroplane my workload's going to be incredibly high. It's very busy on VATSIM today. So that's it. There's lots of comms guidance here, and that's the arrival, which basically positions you left and downwind for either runway. So we'll plan, whatever I plan for, this is aviation, whatever I plan for, it'll be the other approach. So ILS 26 right, I think that's what they're using on VATSIM. Let's have a look here. ILS frequency is 1113, so we'll make that active. 1113. 1113. Course is a 263. Just check my speed because I've got no auto throttle on. It seems to be stabilised around 7.2. That's fine. 263. I've not done any fuel or time checks either. COSAM mandatory to be level at 3,000 feet. That's the beginning of the descent point anyway. MSA 2,800, so relatively flat all the way around. Elevation's 470 feet. Minimums for the Cat 1 ILS is 648 feet, which is 200 feet on the rad out. To get the minimum score then we'll just set that to 200, which it is. Just make sure this is on altitude holds. There we go. So yeah, vectors onto the ILS, and once we're established we'll configure the aeroplane. Nice slow approach speed. We might have some speeds to comply with ATC. But yeah, we've got the ILS active. Nav aids in a bit of a go around. There's several. We've got a Leipzig NDB. But we'll climb on 263 to 1.2 off Lima November Delta, or 900 feet, whichever is later. I don't think missed approaches are coded in here, are they? That could be an issue if we go around. We'll just have to say unable RNAV. Yeah, there's no missed approaches coded in UNS FMC, or this one. So we'll just have to go 1.2 DME off Lima November Delta, which is off a different frequency, the Skuditz North. 062 outbound from Gotem to 40 miles, 090. Oh, we'll just have to go old school, guys. And fly it that way, request vectors, whatever. Great. Both runways, 3,600 metres, adequate length for both. We'll just use as much drag as possible, manual braking as required to vacate for 26 right, either Alpha 4 Well, if we switch to 26 left, Hotel 5, because we want to fly, or taxi to the main terminal here. That's essentially it. Right. There's also a chance that you'll be arriving via the north of the airport. Okay, we'll have to listen out for the star. We've planned for the Goxley 1 Victor. We'll just have to prepare to change it over if required by ATC. I'm just having a listen to the VATSIM ATIS on text. What's the code here? It's Echo Delta Delta Papa, isn't it? So on VATSIM they're using both approaches, parallel approaches 26 left and 26 right. Aircraft with parking position apron 1 or 3 expect departure and arrivals 26 right. Yeah, so we're apron 1, so we can expect 26 right. The cargo boys and girls can expect 26 left. Wind's good, Cav OK, 7 degrees, QNH 1018, information Foxtrot. Tom, what's the procedure going around? Let's learn on the job. Nothing better, hey? So in the event of a missed approach, there's no guidance here. We shall do the following. I think let's go around here. Go around guidance here. Oops. Speed command apparently. There's some really helpful tables. Here we are, missed approach. So fly direct wireless, that's what we're going to do. I'm sure there'll be a go around. I mean, look at the information you get from just flying. Okay, go around full power. Rotate to 10 degrees, flap 25, positive climb, gear up, proceed as per normal takeoff. So there you go, that's what we'll do. So full power, flap 25, V threshold plus 10, we'll call it VREF plus 10, and then just get the gear up and then just accelerate, retract the flaps. So quite a simple go around procedure. So the key thing, flap 25, we'll plan for flap 42, so we just need to retract the flaps once. That's my sort of go around procedure. And we're just going to make sure that we level off and climb to an altitude of 4,000 feet. What is the procedure for going around? We've answered. Owl Jazz says hello. Longcat says the cool kids you mean? Yes. I mean, we thought are part of the cool kids. Right, remember 15 miles from the next waypoint we'll start our descent. To be roughly flight level 80 by Goxley. Children looks so good this plane. Yes, excellent add-on. Excellent add-on. We can try to do a replay again today, but remember it's a bit funky. Didn't work last time. If you minimise it, just never seems to re-expand. Great. I think we've covered everything. Was there any descent checks to do? I don't think there is. No. Check this says descent preparation. We've done. ILS is set. Pre-select lower altitude. Oh yeah, the speed's placard speed. So what I'll do is click landing flap 42, which updates all the speeds. I'm just going to update the target speed now though to 0.70. So that's set. Pressurization, local QNH will set, minimum set as well. Passenger side to turn on during descent. How much fuel have we got on board? Our alternate's Berlin, we need 1.9, so when that's a ton aside, we're just below a ton aside, we're on our final reserve. So we've got 1.4 tons. I don't know if that's good or bad. Let's just check the flight plan as we approach our first next waypoint of Nomka, and then we'll start our descent after we've done this. So Nomka, horrible gauges for the fuel, isn't it? We should have 2.4 tons, so 1.2 aside. Yeah, good, we're on fuel. And I got our VATSIM ding dong, so let's set that now. 126175. It's getting dark in here. It's active.
Goed. Aan de land
61, contact mention 133.230.
Wow, we'll maintain level now whilst we tune in. Radar, hello, it's KLM 28, flight level 290, and we're currently inbound to Nomka.
KLM 28, mention radar identified to descent flight level 110, rate of descent 2000 feet per minute or greater. Proceed direct to Delta Papa 427.
Okay, so descend to flight level 110, 2,000 feet per minute or greater, direct Delta Papa 427, KLM 28.
KLM 28, you can expect the northern downwind, so it will be most probably the waypoint will be at the Kojak 1 vector arrival.
Kojak 1, just confirm again, sorry?
Yeah, so proceed to Delta Papa 427, the waypoint will be on the Kojak 2 vector arrival, Kojak 1 vector arrival chart.
Kojak 1 Victor, routing Delta Papa 427, KLM 28. 110.
Correct, and expect LS 26.
ILS 26 right, KLM 28. Right, descent first.
6 echo speed
2,500 feet per minute, we'll set now. Vertical speed on. Reduce thrust.
6 echo, I'm afraid that's not going to be possible.
Delta Papa 427. That horn. Too much thrust off. So let's just see if that's on our flight plan.
Postman 5 Papa Alpha, speed 250 knots, descend to flight level 80.
It's not, so can we...
Postman 8 Papa Alpha, speed 250 knots, descend to flight level 80.
427. Accept. Right, so we've got the aircraft routing to the correct waypoint. We now need to select the Kojak 2 Victor. Let's check the speed here whilst we descend. That's okay.
Flight level 110, Cockpit 1 Victor arrival, expect LS 265.
Alright, so we've done that. We now, this is hard work. Flight plan.
Runway 4 Papa Yankee, contact mention 1.
Oh crikey, I've really confused it now. Right. Right. Menu.
830,
Arrival.
altitude 5000
Kojak
feet,
2 Victor.
18, speed 250.
26 right.
5,000 feet, finish 1018, speed 250 knots.
Number 4.
830, correct, fly heading
Enter.
075.
26 right.
Enter.
Heading 075.
Let's go with number 2.
DHL 135, direct
Enter.
Delta Papa 457.
But are we now... Oh no, don't go that way, plane. No! Heading select.
November, Oscar Sierra, contact President Tower 1.
What do they say? Never go on VATSIM, a plane you're not familiar with. So we should now be able to do 427.
Alpha, descend 5,000 feet.
Delta Papa 427. Waypoint number 26, ladies and gentlemen. Enter.
Papa Alpha, descend 5,000 feet, altitude
Back to that.
1018, continue on present heading.
Alright, good. We're just wiggling around a little bit.
830, speed 220.
But we are now bound to the correct waypoint.
Speed 220, 830. Postman 8 Papa Alpha, speed 220.
He'll never know a thing.
DHL 135, confirm speed.
Right, what was this arrival? Kojak 2 Victor.
Speed is 290.
Are you enjoying this, guys? Are you enjoying watching me suffer?
Roger, danke.
Delta Papa 427. Where are you? Alright, so that's an excellent waypoint all the way over there, look. So it's pretty much straight downwards. So I know where I'm going, and I want to be probably there at 5,000 feet. So that's in 6. Let's work out track miles I've got.
965, rate of descent 1,500 feet per minute or more.
So that's saying I need 1,700 feet per minute, but flight plan here. What's my speed? Speed's good, 0.7, and we're doing the required rate of descent. That was unreadable.
Star 124, descending through flight level 124, inbound Kenny.
Crikey, that's loud.
No,
why would we ever enjoy it? It's just a few less turns as we... Just... Crikey. Oh, my ears! As I familiarise myself with the units.
Contact arrival 129.765, bye-bye. 129.765.
Yeah, I missed my FMS. Right, 9 minutes to go, and I want to be at 5,000 feet.
You're on flight 2 fast Lima, passing flight level 228, descend flight level 110 with information Foxtrot on board.
So we can work out, we're going to lose 17,000 feet in 9 minutes. So we need to do about 1,800 feet per minute. So I'll keep it at 2,000 as requested by the chat. So that should work out nicely. Auto on. Perfect. We're good.
8 Papa Alpha,
Everything's under control.
129.765.
Oh, we're doing 300 knots though, guys. Impressive.
765, Postman 8.
Fred, thank you for your
KLM 28, there is a and report.
thanks for your donation, Fred. Listen in, guys.
Neither ATC nor the passengers know what is going on in the cockpit.
KLM 28, resume normal rate of descent and report speed.
O-rated descent, current indicated airspeed 310 knots, KLM 28.
KLM 28, Roger, are you able to reduce to 80?
Of course, KLM 28.
Roger, reduce to 80 knots, expect further reduction.
280 knots and expect further shortly, KLM 28. Right, we need to use a bit of speed brake, because if I go
135,
any lower on the speed, or the thrust, I'll get my E. So I'm going to add some thrust speed brake. And look, it only extends partially because of our high speed at the moment. Come on. There you go, you can see on the ground speed looks slowing down, guys. Excellent.
Postman 187.
You can silence the horn. Yes, it's the gear warning horn, isn't it? But we'll use thrust and speed brake. It's incredibly inefficient. Load. Cam spoiler, yes! Where were you? I needed you at the start of the stream. You can press the cons button on the fuel flow panel to check your fuel consumed this flight, or since the flow meter was last reset, pressing ramp takes you back to weight. Where on earth is that button? I believed you, but too much work to do. We'll be fine. Oops, now I can stow my spoiler because I'm dropped below 280. God, it's so hard to manage the speed on this thing. So that's about 280 knots there. So I've just stowed the speed brake, we'll let the aircraft accelerate back to 280.
150, Goxley 1 Victor arrival, expect LS 269.
See what's going on. Below engine instruments.
State 1 Whiskey mention radar identified, local and flight level 100.
Oh, I'm not so sure. Cams, I don't know if it's a Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 thing, but today all my texture's gone really blurry. I didn't have that issue in your 2020 or the previous stream, so I think it's just the sim, I guess.
DHL 135, continue present heading, descent to altitude.
There'll be a lot of DHL. Leipzig's a huge below engine instruments above the radar. Ah, okay.
DHL 135,
So you can press the cons button. Ah. Oh. I don't know what I've done.
Yes, it's unreadable.
1.7 tons, I think that is.
Fly heading 080.
Thanks so much for this aircraft, I don't know. I'm scratching the surface. I hope you're enjoying this as I manipulate the speed brake carefully to maintain 280 knots with thrust. But I think that's the key thing. I remember in the notes saying don't want to reduce the thrust too much.
Descent flight level 180, expect runway 09 in airport.
We've got sufficient fuel, we need 2 tons to divert. We've got more than that. Ah, very cool.
Descent to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1018.
It's the first time I've ever taken this aircraft on a busy VATSIM event as well.
Under Cargo 61, fly heading 080.
Now I've identified where we're flying direct to. Cam's pilot, yeah, fortunately 2024 seems a bit too aggressive at reducing resolution at levels of detail to keep performance okay. We're trying to keep that to a minimum. I've seen it in so many other aircraft, Cam's pilot. Thanks a lot for your input on that. Otherwise, we're running beautifully smooth.
3 stations calling. Click entry to my mention radar identified. Descent to flight level 110, speed 250.
Speed's good 280, so I'll just stow that speed brake a little more just to maintain the speed. Ooh, Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 is saving something.
Goxley 1 Victor.
Oh, you can use idle thrust. And how do you silence the horn? Wish me luck, guys.
Alright, that's 3 stations again. I will be calling you respectively. Delta Foxtrot Echo Oscar Tango Golf, mention radar identified. Expect LS04, fly heading.
Different arrival now, isn't it? We're now on the Kojak 2 Victor.
Descent flight level 70.
Kojak 1 Victor, there we are. Inbound to Delta Papa 427. Uh-oh, he's going to get told off. No nonsense from the Germans today. 9!
Right, again, please, I will call you respectively because now I have 5 stations on standby. So standby, Delta Tango Golf, direct Delta Charlie 421.
To be fair, that's not the pilot's fault, he's just checked in.
Direct Delta Charlie 421, descent flight level 70, Delta Tango Golf.
Approaching 1 to go.
Goes correct. Lufthansa 152, identified.
1,000 feet per
Climb
minute.
flight level 100.
Now I will stow the speed brake and we'll bug 250.
Lufthansa 1322, climb flight level 100.
Uh-oh. Traffic just below.
Cargo 13 Echo, mention radar on frequency.
He's giving up. Maybe I should stay 280 though, because he didn't say maintain 280, so let's add some power. Approaching our cleared level, 110, we're going to be very high, but that is what it is our cleared level.
Radar, hello, identified. Continue present heading, expect vectors, descent flight level 15.
Guys, we just tuned in, we're under vectors into Leipzig, busy VATSIM event and an aircraft built 50 years ago.
25 Lima, speed 220 knots, contact
What could possibly go wrong?
765, goodbye.
Speed 220 knots and 129.765.
It absolutely works, Jan, that's something I like to hear in real
135,
life.
contact arrival as well, 129
dark now.
765, bye-bye.
129.765,
So level of flight level 110 as requested, but we're going to be high for a straight in, this could be interesting. Keep our speed at 280.
02 on flight level 070.
Another 2002, stand by, sorry. Another 687, contact report heading to mention.
This fast, slow trend is really useful to maintain speed.
The 687 correction, contact mention 133.2.
Right, so we're doing as instructed 280 knots at flight level 110 and Leipzig, yeah, you can see as the airport gets closer, a bit of stuttering, but it's down there somewhere.
KLM 28, sorry for the delay, descent 5,000 feet, altitude QNH 1018, speed 250.
Speed 250, descend altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1018, no problem, KLM 28.
SmartX 19, question SmartX
So 250 knots, let's reduce thrust to 250.
Flight level 1.
Shut up! 5,000 feet. Ah!
Cargo 20 Alpha, right turn heading 180.
Vertical speeds. Start descending. Auto on. Set QNH 1008. Passing 10,800 for 5,000 feet. Stand by altimeter set. And we'll put the lights on now. All the lights.
Well, there's someone to do. I called you 5 minutes ago 4 times. You didn't respond. One if Unicom, please.
Oh, he told to basically told to get out of here. Oh dear. So reducing to 250, a bit more thrust, a bit of speed brake will help. And then we'll go to IS hold. Now, so 250 knots coming up. And IS hold. So the aircraft's now going to pitch to maintain 250 knots. Oh, because I've got that speed brake. It's really, the amount of drag is huge.
Climb flight level 150.
Climb flight level 150, Lufthansa 2.
There we are. So 250 knots, maintain 5,000 feet. 1018, you're quite right, that is the correct QNH. I was just testing you all, and you spotted, Sir Teabag, that I set the wrong QNH. You win today's prize of noticing the error I made on purpose.
KLM 28, speed 220, and contact arrival 129.765.
Speed 220 knots, apologies, frequency again.
129.765.
129.765, 220 knots. KLM 28, good luck.
Guess that 1 to 40 cents.
I'm drowned out. Right, 129. What was it? 129.765. Too much to do. I'm meant to be doing 220 knots. Oh, it's gone blurry. Thank you, Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. I think that's the correct frequency. 765, 220 knots. Vertical speed 1,000 feet. Just keep the thrust where it is, and we'll reduce to 220 there. Perfect. Radar, good day. KLM 28, reducing speed to 220 knots, inbound to Delta Papa 427. 75,000 feet.
KLM 28, mention radar identified, continue descent to altitude 4,000 feet, maintain present heading, expect vectors for 26 flight.
Send altitude 4,000 feet, maintain present heading, expect vectors for ILS 26 right, KLM 28. So, present heading 4,000 feet set, and IS holds.
Reduce speed to 180 until 8.
Turn right heading 220.
Lighting needed.
ILS 26 right, and
there's all the lighting controls for this airplane. It's getting dark in here. Alright, IS hold, maintaining 220 knots.
S124 down low.
Just take a bit more thrust off.
S124, München radar identified.
Should get DME soon. Oh no, there's no ILS DME associated with this frequency.
Expect vectors
Let's get a bit more drag out. Ice detection, so automatic engine anti-ice is on.
Final speed today 126.
To the pushback truck attached
after that. 124 back, Cockpit, thanks.
Possibly. Oh, let's get the speed brake out, let's get down.
Lufthansa 135, contact tower 121, decimal 105.
So it's quite tricky when there's no DME information to work out when or how high you are, but we're approaching 4,000 feet.
Lufthansa 135, contact tower 121, 105.
To right of the TTC switches horn silencer. Thank you.
KLM 28, turn right heading 170, descent altitude 3,000 feet, QNH 1018.
Right, 170 degrees, then altitude 3,000 feet, QNH 1018, KLM 28.
During 5 Lima.
Okay, ice detected still, so we're turning base. So we want to go to nav. Hopefully we'll get some localizer glide slope information. Looking good. Look at this, guys. Vertical speed. Don't think he gave us any speed, but I'm going to put 180 because we're roughly on base leg.
During 5 Lima, contact tower 125, 9FR5. I wish you good
Very
landing.
nice.
Bye-bye.
125, 9FR5, shooting to 5 Lima, bye bye.
Speed rate still out.
90645, maintain altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1018, turn left heading 250.
I bet that button gets worn out. Just check that. Oh, my heading's not quite 180.
KLM 128, turn right heading 220, cleared ILS 26 right.
Running 220 degrees, cleared ILS 26 right, KLM 28. Way below the glide, that's
and
good.
KLM 28, maintain 100 or greater until intercepting the glide slope.
Very sorry, just confirm that speed again, KLM 28.
Speed 200 or greater until intercepting the glide slope.
200 knots or greater until intercepting the glide slope, KLM 28, we'll go. Right, cleared approach, beam.
Yes, 124, descent altitude 4,000 feet, turn left heading 170.
So 200 knots. Well, I'm doing 240 for him. Look at this beautiful approach.
Of course, yes, right heading 170.
Welcome, Dono Osina 59 months. I wonder if you'll be able to vacate the runway this little Fokker. Let's see. 200 knots as requested by our controller. Glide slope's alive. No problem, easy. Busy VATSIM event in a Fokker F28. No problem, completed it, mate.
Negative expect vectors file.
So I'm just using the speed brake again to hold the speed at 200 knots. Got the little trend vector there. Try and do a CDA now, look. Bonus points. Turn, turn, localizer alive. Turn, turn, turn. Beam, beam, beam. Turn, turn. Please turn. Why is it not turning?
124, descent altitude 3,000
go, go,
feet,
go.
QNH 1018.
Glide's alive.
1018.
Beautiful 200 knots. Oh, great. I have
1965.
to set it in my eyes the entire approach. That's the worst.
Yes, we're able to. Sky Air 1965, turn left heading 300, cleared ILS 26 left.
So runway heading set.
210 until intercepting glide slope.
Slightly overshot. And we're bang on 200
During
knots.
5 Lima.
This is exactly the problem in real life when you're flying into the sun. We'll attempt to replay. But I'm going to have to minimise.
28, contact tower 125, 955.
125, 955, fully established KLM 28. Bye.
Bye bye, good landing, bye bye.
Thank you. Yeah, capture, 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 descend, descend aeroplane. Descend. I'm going to have to go full speed brake here and help her out and get some flaps out. Shut up! Oh no, what's happened? Oh, I think so, he's broken, guys. Oh, I'm trying to shut up the horn. I'm going to have to hand fly this. Oh, it's not capturing the glide slope, disconnecting the autopilot aeroplane. And what happened there? Why did it not capture? So I've got full speed brake. What was that tower frequency? I'm going to have to manually fly this now. Can someone confirm the tower frequency?
I've tuned it manually.
Okay, reducing speed. I can't see the runway. I've got localizer and glide slope guidance. For your amusement, here's your cam. 115, good one. Okay. Gonna drop the gear now. About 180 knots. Leipzig Tower, hello, it's KLM 28, establish ILS 26 right.
KLM 28, Leipzig Tower, hello, expect late plans 1 departure and 11 ahead.
Continue approach, KLM 28. Right, we're good. It's a little bit low on the glide, on localizer. Extending the flaps and bugging final approach speed. I've got... Perfect, flaps 42, getting a bit low on the glide, 3 reds.
Napoli Vola 7634 and 34 degrees, 8 knots, runway 26 right.
Perfect.
Takeoff, no delay.
Just a little bit low. I think this is going to be a go around. Just level off there and we'll start descending on the glide.
Thank you, right,
Great.
Charlie, 11805.
Speed.
Hi Charlie, and contact ground 11805 to Lima.
2 reds, 2 whites. Right, back on speed, on glide, left of centreline, but we're correcting and we're in trim. I don't know what happened with the autopilot there. It was glide slope capture and it just did not descend. 3 whites correcting, set about 1,000 feet per minute. Speed's a little high, probably 10 knots above target speed. What's the surface wind? Exact problem you'd have in real life landing here with the sun in your eyes.
500.
So remember the go around, full power, 25 degrees.
1965, hello. KLM 28, traffic airborne, wind 3408, runway 26 right, clear to land.
26 right, clear to land, KLM 28. Lights on, checklist complete.
That's
Checks.
1965, Leipzig Tower, hello.
2 low flaps?
Wind
Yeah, don't forget landing flap.
8 knots, runway 26
Damn
left,
it.
clear to land and confirm
That would be a
your
go around in
power
real life. I thought I'd selected it.
We are passenger up.
Right, full flaps, all good, all good.
Roger, Gaia 1965, so confirm you're clear to land and
Speed
vacate
brake.
at the end of the runway to the right.
10.
We are clear to left.
Come on. Oh, what a butter. What a butter. Apart from the flaps being a bit late.
3605, line up runway 26 right.
Oh dear, what an approach. God. There's 80. We'll take the next left to help ATC. Well, that was the busiest, most stressful approach I've ever done. I swear. We'll take Alpha 5 brake.
126-175, SM634, Dankeschön, cheers.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Well, you're welcome, ATC. What an approach. God, that was really busy.
KLM 28, welcome to Leipzig. Taxi right via Charlie, contact ground 121.805.
Right, Charlie, 121.805, KLM 28. Thanks to ATC, sir. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
That was actually quite an unstable approach, guys. In reality, I basically spammed the landing flap button when I had to take control just to get it over and done with, but I think what happened, because I was panning my mouse, that didn't command... he wants to right on Charlie, doesn't he? Hold on, let's just bring it to a stop here. Just contact ground. 128.05. Oh, I'm using VATSIM to command. Here we go. Leipzig ground, hello. It's KLM 28. We just vacated runway 26 right at Charlie. Request taxi to terminal.
KLM 28, Leipzig ground, hello. Taxi to stand 128 via Charlie, Whiskey 1 in November.
Taxi stand 128 via Charlie, Whiskey 1 and November. KLM 28. Charlie. Oh, you can go the long way round in Leipzig. Ah, excellent.
Scandinavian 1 2
Right, we'll do a little bit of a clean up here, but yeah, I forgot Leipzig's got this. So Charlie, Whiskey 1, and then November, stand 128. And this is stock scenery available just when you use Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 as part of this one of the SimWorld updates, so I think it's just one of the default sceneries. But yeah, guys, what do you think about the approach? That was awesome, really busy. I hope you enjoyed it. I didn't. No, it was a great fun. It was great fun. But God, your workload is so high in an aeroplane like this. And obviously, I'm used to flying a 737 series aircraft, but you know that was should have been a go around because well, there was a bug with the autopilot. I don't know what happened on the glide slope there because it was nicely established, worked really well, and then all of a sudden I heard it go glide slope capture, but then it just got high on the glide on its own. So I don't know if something happened, it leveled off at the MCP altitude or something, but essentially we disconnected and your workload was off the scale because I was having to hand fly, change frequencies, and I think I spammed the flat button hoping I had full flaps, which we do have now, and I think approaching sort of 500 feet we went too low flaps and we only had flap 20 or 18. So yeah, at my operator at the landing gate, which is 500 feet VMC, you must go around. So yeah, probably definitely user error on my behalf, but an aircraft like this is a real challenge. But we got here in one piece. We didn't upset too many ATC controllers. I don't think we upset any, and we've managed to fly a complex, you know, mid 20th century jet on the VATSIM network. So I'm very pleased with that. Okay. Oh, thank you. Cam's pilot discussed capturing glide with vertical speed. You see, I resorted to what you do in the 737, so it could be where I went wrong. So should probably, I guess, Cam's pilot, I'll have a look at your comment later. Try engaging glide slope and beam without VS mode engage. Roger. Now that's hard for me to do because when we fly the 737 we typically always use the vertical speed pitch mode to intercept the glide slope. So in this aircraft, do you have to have a level segment first before you intercept the glide slope, like in the Concorde? That's the only other aircraft I can think of. That's interesting. But yeah, I was trying to do a CDA, which is probably why the glide slope didn't work. But yeah, look, we made it down and we got in. That's the main thing. All right. Awesome. Beautiful sunset. Again, yeah, look, slight stutter, but that's again the scenery here. Seems to be what's impacting my performance, but it's overall fine. As long as it's smooth for you guys, that's all that matters. Where's all the lighting controls for this aeroplane as well? Right, let's do a bit of a clean up. Lights, flare, strobes can come off as well. We're coming up to the end of the taxiway, so we'll make our left turn onto Whiskey 1. I love this add-on. Ooh, the replay's still working, guys. I'm going to leave that recording in the background, so hopefully you'll be able to watch a replay. Don't try and turn this fast, because you'll see I'll have left a massive skid mark from the nose wheel. A little bit of uphill here, guys. Hold on to your belts and braces. Oh, dearie. Was CDA even a thing back then? Probably not, Tom. Oh, look at that. Who's that? It's, up we go. Whee! Is that a 777? I don't know, but yeah, I've got no model matching, so every aeroplane here on VATSIM's white. There we are, across the bridge we go. Awesome scenery. And again, if you've got Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 or 2024, this scenery is completely free to use. Just download the World Update pack if you're in 2020, or just run Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. Clunk. Love it. Right, well, our clearance is Charlie Whiskey 1 November, so that's going to be our second left. We'll start the APU. Yeah, that's the one. Oh, crikey, we need our off-road tyres on here. Yeah, that was really busy approach. I look forward to the condescending comments after the stream. Right. There's a Dash 8 over there, so hopefully it's giving way. There we are, left on November. He said stand 128. Ooh. Lighting effects are very cool. So 128 is in front of the main terminal. Let's see if we can get GSX up and running. Actually, I don't have any model matching or...
right via November, Echo 8, Charlie and Alpha 8, Scandinavian Automatic Charlie.
Oh, where's stand 128? Great.
On Hotel 1, short November.
Oh, now how do I get back to the other position? I don't know. Right, let's now start the APU. So how do I go back if I don't want to select any of these parking positions? There's 117. I don't think I can I? 121. I think if I pull onto the stand, doesn't it work out where I am? 126, and here we are, 128, our allocated stand. Close the menu and open it again. Roger. So this is going to be under dock. Oh crikey. No. Oh, I don't know how GSX works. I think it's a bit cumbersome to use sometimes. It has to be ramped then. I don't know, it's got to be parking. It's alright, we'll just have to park on stand and shut down. No problem. No guidance, never mind. Here we go. Don't forget to turn the transponder off. There's a 777. I reckon if we stop about here, that should do us. I braked quite hard at the end. What's the brake temperatures? Oh, they're fine. They're still all in the green. Right. Parking brake is set. APU should be available, so we'll turn on Gen 3 and we can shut down engine number 1 and 2, which is like so. There we are. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Leipzig. APU generators got on the bus. That was an almighty fun flight. There we are. Something spooling up in the background. Oh my days. I think we're going to have to turn down Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. The volume of other aircraft is incredibly loud. Oh! I know what I forgot to do. You need to select in here deboarding via airbridge, not air stairs. That's completely normal. Sorry about the noise. Someone's decided to spawn on stand with their engines running right next to me. So, unfortunately, that's the sound of Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. So I'll use this opportunity to disconnect off VATSIM and enjoy the silence. And we can hopefully see the passengers off, ignoring the stairs down. But yeah, what an add-on. Fantastic flight. Don't forget, members, I'll catch up with you after this stream. Anti-collision light off. Unfortunately, no New Sky working, but there we are. Aircraft on stand. You can see the passengers are now disembarking on this KLM City Hopper flight. I enjoyed that. Lauren, ex-pilot, alas, is engine 0 100% off on only for sounds. I think the sounds are great, but if you're outside, you should have that volume. In the cockpit, they should be far more muted, as they would be in real life. I couldn't even hear myself think with the engine sounds of that aircraft there. Taxi lights are blinding the ground crew. I've just sorted it out. I knew you were going to say that as well. The grouping of the gates in the menu depends on the scenery. Python scripts can correct the grouping. Roger, I don't think I have, for this scenery, the GSX profile. Or do I? I've flown here in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. Maybe I do, not sure. But it worked out where we are now. Kit Kat, you don't have your prescription sunglasses. Yes, the sun was in our eyes there. Let's have a look on the approach there, because obviously I'm quite busy. I think the landing was quite a butter. I didn't actually catch the landing rate, so minus 150, so not a butter. Oh my goodness. KFC Turbo said solid 6 out of 10. Unbelievable. Cam's pilot, thanks to your input again. And I wish you were here earlier. We had a few issues, but it wasn't your aircraft at all. It was Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. The tiller wasn't working. The reason was I somehow activated the default pushback system with no tug. So at least we fixed that and got away. But we had great fun on this flight on VATSIM today. Donna Mosina, what was your 59-month comment again? I think I read it. I wonder if you'll be able to vacate the runway with this little Fokker. Brilliant, I read that. We were able to vacate the runway, no problem at all. Lauren said, no, what I mean is that XV pilot only takes value of engines on off, so it detects they're on. They'll be full blast every time. Ah, okay. Hopefully there'll be an improvement to replicate the actual thrust settings. But I guess that's quite a lot of work needed. Anyway, there we are. Let's have a look at the external model. The replay seemed to work, but all the passengers are disembarking. You can see them here in this massively oversized airbridge. Crikey. There we are, walking through each other as usual. And he's on every single flight. This chap with the beard. Love it. Oh, excellent. Yeah, nice add-on. Nice add-on from Just Flight. But don't forget, 28% off for the first 28 days. You can pick it up for 40 quid. Very reasonable for the detailed modelling you get. And we're only scratching the surface of this aeroplane. If you want to replicate F28 procedures, there'll be no other add-on as good as this. Ever, I don't think. Paul says, I think the real test would be Heathrow on a Friday night flying style event. Oh, I mean, that was busy enough. That was busy enough, but yes, I know it's something different, and you enjoy watching it, and I enjoy the challenge as well. And I did my absolute best to fly it stable, but we got it in. That's the main thing. Fingers crossed for the 100% off first 100 days of the Fokker 100, as you mentioned, Domino Cena, brilliant. But yeah, we'll call it a day there. We'll let the last few bags. Actually, no, that's going to take ages to come off, isn't it? Why is one of the flap control covers red? That's a really good question, Kev Turbo. I noticed that on this livery. So I think one of the flap fairings has a red panel on it, but none of the others do. And I think it's only on the KLM City Hopper I've noticed that, not on the others. Unless I'm happy to be standing corrected on that one, but no idea why that one's red. Someone will have the answer, no doubt, somewhere, and hopefully they'll leave it in the comments section for you. But well observed and well spotted. Right then, well, fantastic flights. Let's restart GSX here and get rid of the air bridge. Bye bye GSX. There we are. And I will attempt. I've got the. Yeah, look at the stuttering. Guys, how do I stop the stuttering at airports? It was fine en route, but at airports, I think with third-party scenery is when I get the stuttering. Just turning this music off. There we are. I'd love a fix for that, because it stutters a lot and there's lag. But not having that issue en route, so we'll have to go stream only en route. Brilliant, Domino Cena, thank you. Now, someone wanted to see my settings. I'm happy to quickly go through that before we do the replay. Again, I'm going to be tweaking these as I get feedback and use Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. But if I go here to settings, now someone last stream suggested turning on dynamic settings but ramping up the LOD to 400 and let it adjust, and that stops the blurry textures. But any feedback really appreciated. Let me know in the comments section. But yeah, I've got it set to this. That I had on before. I've turned that off. Set it to 50%, so it'll adjust FPS, my refresh rate on my screen, and everything's on high end, default high end. Probably could turn some of these down. Default traffic off. Excellent. You can set it up so it changes the LOD over a certain height, so on the ground it'll only load things nearby, then above a height it'll load in more. Crikey. If you could leave any feedback like this in the comments section, guys, that would be really appreciated, because I want to find a nice balance on my PC like I have in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. Again, en route, no problem. Again, on the ground, it's acceptable. It's only when I'm moving my head I get this stuttering. That's the problem. Okay, perfect. Well, guys, I will look at some of these comments and have a play and see what I can do. Right, let's try and do the replay. So I'm going to load a panel state. So I'm going to go aircraft. Turn off these settings. The fuel burn was bang on the flight plan, wasn't it? Yeah, it landed with 2.1 tons, so we had about 200 kilos before final, so that's great. So let's press ready for takeoff, confirm.
Ready for takeoff, select.
Oh my days. I'll do a quick start on the engines. This doesn't always work. I think ready for takeoff.
Ready for takeoff selected.
Yeah, it always puts these back to cut off. I don't know why. We might, if I try to press Y, F4,
No.
that starts the engines. Great. I'll now go back on the ground. And back on stand. Air bridge is retracted. Clunk. Right, that might now give us the opportunity to do the replay. So let's press stop. Oh god, I've not done this for some time. Play. Alright.
Clear of conflict. 25.
Terrain ahead. Terrain.
Alright, let's have a look.
Terrain.
Play. Alright. I think I've managed to control the replay. I've got to manipulate everything though, as usual. Let me turn down the sim. Oh my goodness me, I forgot the replay music as well. Let's turn that on. Perfect. Oh, that's not working. There we go. Yeah, unfortunately you've got to just deal with that massive box. I chucked that out, the flare. Oh, what a butter. That was a great landing. I'm really happy with that. Wait, did we get those funny little tyre screeches? I think we did. Let me just pause it. Yes, I think with Just Flight they've got these little recordings of the sound of the wheel screeching. reaching. Oh, it does actually match the position it was. So you keep these out in the flare in the Fokker F28. Have a listen to this. Great landing, I'm pleased with that. The nose wheel did a little... Hugh, there we are, painted red flap fairings purely for high visibility on the ground. Stay away from. Amazing. That's the answer we were looking for. Still don't like this archaic camera system. Do one more. I'll try and do a drone cam one. Whee! Play. Let's go with that. Yeah, the sounds are a bit wonky in the replay. Yeah, it was a good approach once I finally got the flaps out. Look at the sunset. It just sounds a bit funky. Again, that's just the replay, guys, not the default sounds. Oh, my sense line tracking wasn't great. Oh dear. Right then, okie dokie, what I'm going to do is pop you in the wing view so you can enjoy the approach from the perspective of this passenger. Let's pop you back here a little bit on the approach. You can enjoy this excellent sunset into Leipzig. There we go, and hopefully I can just close that there, that's fine. Right guys, that's the end of today's live stream. Members, I'll catch up with you in Discord right after this stream for you know what, and I'd like to thank you all very much for your continued support as members. To all the regular viewers and subscribers, thank you very much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and then subscribe to stay up to date with the latest content. Maybe live tomorrow. I am on standby, depends if I get called, but I do have a lot of things to get on with at home. I'll be busy Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday I'm off. I might do something then as well. And members, the members only group flight stream next Saturday, and don't forget Flight Factor event. I'll publish information about that in the coming days, guys, as well, so you have more information. Join the Flight Factor Discord for more information about the upcoming event next Saturday as well. What is it today? It's Sunday, so enjoy the rest of the weekend, enjoy the upcoming week, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon on another live stream. Take care, guys. Cheerio. Bye bye.
You